Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Driving Maul post-game reaction for Bledisloe Cup 2. And yeah, just grabbing my coffee as I'll be driving later. And just waiting to see anyone is joining. Please feel free to put comments, if you like, on the side there, and I will try and answer any questions that I do see come up. You'll see me looking up because that's me looking at the TV where I have the YouTube bit. So the All Blacks won 29-9, and early on it looked like it could have been a bit of a blowout because the first try, the All Blacks got a good four-man overlap to let Izzy Daggett in for the first one, and new boy Linnert Brown had a hand in that one and did well. So that was there. Welcome, folks. As you join, if you want to, please feel free to put comments on the side or ask any questions, and I'll try and answer them. Australia were definitely up for it much better this week, and with much better line spin, much more width with their defence, which made it, which meant that the All Blacks just couldn't just run around them, and had to actually work for their tries a lot more. But the All Blacks definitely looked more dangerous with their handling ability and their avoidance of the ruck to get there. And whilst we say the Australian defence was better, they still missed an awful lot of tackles. Just kind of quick look at the stats, and they only made something like 49 out of 79 tackles, so 62% completion, which is just way too low. And that really told in the second half, and they just couldn't get out of their own half, and the All Blacks just squeezed them for territory. They had no scoring opportunities, and so it was just going to be. It was only ever going to be one result, even if it wasn't going to be a big scoreline. It was pretty clear who was going to win it. The All Blacks only missed 9 of their 89 tackles in comparison, and so defensively, they just shut the Australians down and didn't let them through. And this is one of the big things, arguments around that number 7 shirt. And whether it's just Ardie Savea should be starting. If you're going to allow Reid the freedom to go out wide and to roam like he likes to, then you really need your 6 and 7s to be hard grafters. And sure, Ardie Savea can do some of that, but he likes to roam as well, and so hence bringing him on later when there's a bit more space is really the better role for him. Unfortunately, he didn't get to show his skill there, but his teammate Barrett did, didn't he? One of the complaints, or one of the issues I've had about starting him over has been his game management, and also his kicking at sticks. Kicking at sticks again tonight was a bit hit and miss, but his game management, his ability to put those crossfield kicks in and positional play has just so improved over the last sort of 12 or so months, and he just ran the game perfectly. When he was given a bit of space, happy to put the hammer down. And spot those mismatches, get outside a player and throw a pass to create the tries. And that was really where the All Blacks got their points from, was from him making the space, making that width, spotting opportunities, getting the ball wide, and then defensively just shutting down Australia. And to me, so that was basically the story of the night. Genia did have a decent game, and much better than last week. And last week, I think it really, whilst he did okay, it really just showed he's not played since something like January. And to be thrown into an international game after that much time out, you really can't expect too much. So he had a wonderful break in the second half, but Australia just couldn't take advantage of it. And again, they're just running into the All Black brick wall. The stat I do like to look at recently has been the number of runs compared to rucks. So if you look at, I must admit, I'm going to look at this one on the fly. New Zealand made 98 runs, which seems a bit lower than I would have expected. Australia 76. And then if we look at the rucks, they both had 65 rucks. It just shows you that, that with New Zealand making 20 more, or about a third more runs than Australia, that they really are avoiding rucks and getting that offload game or passing before contact to avoid the chance of losing the ball and turning it over in those situations, where you have your Pococks and Hoopers can be just so dangerous. And they just basically take that out of the game by avoiding it entirely. So, and it's not just through offloads. I mean, there were some crazy offloads and some great passes, but it's also just by passing before you make contact, and having plenty of players around, or the options, who can run into more space and then again pass it again before that contact. So that's basically my summary of the game, I think. Unfortunately, the guys from the Rugby Report Card can't join me tonight. It's always much more fun when there's someone else to chat with and get their other views. So after this, so tomorrow morning, obviously we have the Pumas hosting the Springboks. The Springboks got themselves out of jail. I mean, they were losing with only 10 minutes to go last weekend, so that game should be good. Personally, I'm backing the Pumas to win at home on that one. I think they've shown in the past that their ability to target tournaments. They've targeted the Rugby World Cup well, and I think they've really gone for targeting this one and sacrificed Super Rugby. So you can't expect the Jaguares form to carry through. So fully expect a good performance from the Pumas tomorrow. And then obviously we move into the games between South Africa and the Pumas playing the New Zealand and Australia, and it'll be interesting to see how those ones go. I've had the Pumas down to come second overall in this tournament, and I still think they can do that. We'll just have to see how they get on in those other games. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, below you'll be able to subscribe to my weekly newsletter, where you get all my posts, videos, etc., and other information I think is fun. And so do sign up for that, please. Cheers, and enjoy the rest of the rugby.